My name is Judith Graves. I'm a writer, an illustrator, a screenwriter, a playwright. If there's anything artsy, generally, I will try it out. This series of videos is called Wordsmith with Us on Yabs TV. And thanks to the Rose Foundation for the opportunity to do these fun videos for you. Instead of giving you an activity at the end of this segment, I would love it if you wrote a brief section of dialogue between two characters where one character is lying to the other character. So they're deliberately avoiding the situation, not telling the truth. Something a little bit shady is happening. Just the dialogue between the two characters. If you write that for about 2 minutes, even just get a bit of dialogue happening, then after the watching the video and all the fun stuff we're going to cover, look at what you've done and try to revise it and make it different and see how you could improve it. If you'd like to share your work, I would love to provide some feedback. Please send your stuff to, within the next week, to YoungAlbertaBookSocietyTV at gmail.com, and in 2 weeks, so on June 25th, I will be providing some feedback in another video for you guys. I know dialogue can be tricky to write, but it's one of my favorite parts of writing. I like to write screenplays and stage plays. So usually even my fiction, like my chapter books or my novels, will start very heavy in dialogue, and I gradually add details as I move through the manuscript, and I do more and more revisions. But I really do tend to focus a lot on dialogue. So it breaks my heart to think that students might not be getting dialogue right, or might be not incorporating it as much as they could be in their work. So I would love to cover a little bit of do's and don'ts for dialogue. I've been lucky to connect with some of my actor friends from the Grand Parlor Theatre here in my hometown, Cold Lake, Alberta. And since we're all kind of quarantined at home, they were available to do some acting for us. So I have scenes of dialogue that they are reading and acting out, and we'll do some do's and don'ts of dialogue. Sometimes dialogue is written, and I call it overcooked. Dialogue that's overcooked has characters speaking, and their reactions and what they're saying is far too over the top for the situation. Our actors will give us an example.
Can't believe it. There's just nothing in the world to prepare you for something like this, you know?
Nothing in the world.
I mean, how are we going to go on without cookies?
I don't know. I don't know.
Undercooked. This is where a huge situation has just happened, something very dramatic, and the character's response is very unexpected because it's so flat.
So you killed him, eh? Your husband? With that crock pot over there.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. Amazing how it didn't break, eh? Those things are sure built to last.
All right, then. Well, let's take you off to jail.
Oh, hey, can I just feed my cats first?
Yeah, I got time.
Another don't for dialogue is all of your characters sounding the same.
Dude!
Yo, dude.
Dude, yeah.
Dudes.
Now in this example, the character's dialogue reflects their personalities very clearly. Take it away, actors.
It's been far too long since we've gathered together. Far too long.
You speak such truth, Mom. I just said that very thing, didn't I?
Are you two being serious? We've been quarantined in the same house for weeks, night and day and night, and that's not enough for you.
Wait, what does that mean I'm self-absorbed? Means I'm good looking, right? Right?
Geez, just Follow that little blue thing, would you?
Follow that blue sports car.
Follow that Ferrari 458. Wow, I think that's a custom vintage Blue Posse paint job.
What?
What? A girl can't know cars? Get over it.
Another great do for your dialogue is to incorporate interruptions. People interrupt each other all the time in general conversation, and it can add suspense or tension to a scene.
So I told him.
That you're leaving him for another guy. You know, I never liked him anyway.
What? No, I took a deep breath.
Not just
And-
any guy. You told him you're leaving him for me.
You wish. This is way better. I looked him right in the face and said,
Shh, you guys, the movie's starting right away and I want to catch every single minute.
never mind. I'll tell you guys later.
Aww.
Another don't is info dumps. It's called information dumps, where you add a ton of information into your dialogue that people would maybe not generally naturally say, but you need to filter this information out. You've got to spew it out somehow so that the reader knows what's going on. But the dialogue doesn't fit the situation. There's far too much information happening for the action going on.
But I don't understand. I mean, you seem like an intelligent young man. You know, you even remind me of my son who died a few years back. Never gotten over it. You simply must know. Why are you doing this?
You want to know why I'm doing this, robbing this bank? You really want to know? Well, it all started a long time ago. Life in my farming town was predictable as a young boy. I grew up longing for adventure and...
He's got a gun!
Face down on the floor. Now, people!
I love how he held up his little gun.
Another do for your dialogue, silences or avoiding questions.
I know you're holding back. I want to help, but you have to give me something.
I can't. I just can't.
What happened at school today?
They said they'd hurt me. Worse if I tell.
They? You mean there was more than one? I knew we should have sent you to public school instead of that fancy all-girls academy, but best education in the province. More like School of Hard Knocks, if you ask me. What are their names? Names.
I would love to see what you've written with your before and after versions of dialogue, and if you've managed to incorporate any of the stuff we've talked about today. So get out there and get writing.